Hello, children. Let's consider this situation. You have just downloaded War of the Visions, the greatest game in the world. You've pulled a bunch of waifus, so you're feeling pretty proud of yourself. But you know what the real plan is. It is a known biological fact that girls cannot resist men who are really good at PvP in this game. So you work day and night because you don't have a job or any meaningful relationships, but finally, you have 3 characters at max level. You are ready to show all the girls how good you are.
Oh yeah!
But then, you get stomped by pretty much everyone. How could this have happened? All the girls find out what happened, and they all laugh at you. Your girlfriend breaks up with you, and starts dating Orange A, because he's so good at the game. Your father is heartbroken at your in-game performance. He throws you out of the house.
Yo! Should've done that a long time ago.
Unable to make ends meet, you choose the only profession you are eligible for. A low-level, killer clown. But how did it happen, you ask yourself? I had maxed out characters. You must prevent this bleak future, my child. You want to win your imaginary girlfriend back, right? You want your father to be proud of you? Well, I am here to be your guide, and tell you about the secrets to your success. The thing that the Illuminati and Area 51 don't want you to learn about. Vision cards. Vision cards provide your characters with lot of cool things, like stats and abilities, which are incredibly valuable. While having top-tier, maxed-out characters is certainly important, they aren't going to do all that much in PvP, if they don't have the right vision cards. As an example, let's take a look at this, extremely basic boy, Cloud. This is Cloud's attack stat before equipping any cards. That is pretty disappointing. No wonder he couldn't save Eris. Let's see how it is after equipping a suitable vision card.
Impressive. Very nice.
Not only is Cloud getting a big attack boost, he will also be getting these other benefits, just from having this card equipped. Now that's spicy. Cloud is beginning to look like a soldier. For those blessed with working eyes, you may have noticed that there is a second slot for another vision card. That's right, you can equip a second vision card, but the provided stats and effects will be noticeably reduced. And if we equip a second suitable card on our soldier waifu, then the results are pretty noticeable. There are all sorts of vision cards out there. Ones that boost stats, such as speed, magic, or luck, or those that give beneficial resistances and other positive effects. There are 2 types of effects that are provided by vision cards. Party effects and bestowed effects. The latter only affect the unit equipping the card, and there are typically restrictions on who could benefit from these effects, while the former affects the entire party. Let's take a look at how to level up vision cards. These cards come in different rarities, just like units. Every card has its own specific shards, and uses some other, more generic resources. None of these resources are farmable, so you have to be a little careful with using them. First, you want to awaken the card completely, as this will unlock its maximum level cap. MR cards have a max cap of level 70, while ultra rare ones can go up to level 99. Once you unlock the level cap, you need to use other resources to level the card up. Most of these resources are easily farmable, so don't worry about these. When you level up a card, you might get a huge, or massive, success, which will give a boost to the experience gained. When you completely max out a card, you will also unlock a new ability, which you couldn't access before. How cute! Let's max out the Tifa Vision card, which is available at the moment. Ultra rare cards are harder to max out, as they are almost always better than the lower rarity cards. The rainbow spheres needed to awaken the card are an important resource which are needed for a lot of things in this game. For vision cards, you could also utilize a substitute resource instead of the rainbow spheres. They aren't farmable either, but they're only for vision cards to begin with. Always use these, only, for ultra rare cards. Here we go. With her card maxed out, your Tifa will be ready to punch some nerds. Back in the day, when things were simple and people mostly stayed at home, vision cards did not have a lot of restrictions. There would be one party effect for a certain element, but the bestowed, as well as the main party effect, was for everyone. But as time went on, Kumi decided that maybe segregation wasn't such a terrible idea after all. And they started making vision cards whose effects could only be used by units of a certain element. These cards were, also, typically stronger than the simple ones that came before. What this effectively meant was that, as time went on, teams comprising of units of a single element, equipped with vision cards that benefit said element, became the best way to go about it. In fact, that's how things still mostly are. The developers are trying to change things up, though. Recently, we have begun seeing cards which aren't limited to a certain element, but instead to certain jobs. They are more complicated to use than the element-specific ones, but they are an option, in case you are trying to build a team of units from different elements, or if you are running a team that has units from certain specific jobs. Vision cards are one of the biggest roadblocks for new players, who might be interested in the competitive side of things. If you want to make a single, competitive PvP team, you would need 6 vision cards between the 3 units. Many elements have really good vision cards that were time limited, and aren't available at the moment. Even if the cards you want are generally available, there isn't a regularly reliable way to get specific ones. At the very least, not without using actual cash money. So you can probably see how it would take a while to really get into the PvP aspect of the game. But that is somewhat true for War of the Visions, in general. It takes time to acquire units, build them up, and get all the other stuff that you would need for your cool waifus and husbands. We only talked about vision cards in this video, there are a bunch of other slots too, as you are probably aware. Those we will talk about on another day. As for a bit of advice, while you are focusing on the vision cards of a particular element, or for particular jobs, you can use the non-restricted cards in the meantime. They will do a decent job while you acquire the important ones which you need. But once you put in the work, and figure everything out, you will finally begin to wreck other players. And most importantly, you will hear the 6 most important words, which your father will ever say to you.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?